Australia's energy sector has been historically dependent on fossil fuels, and the challenges it faces in transitioning to renewable sources. Australia is one of the world's largest exporters of coal, gas, and uranium, and its domestic energy needs are still mostly met by fossil fuels. According to the Australian Energy Statistics, fossil fuels accounted for 92% of Australia's primary energy consumption and 71% of its electricity generation in 2020 to 21. Coal was the dominant source of electricity, followed by gas and oil. However, Australia's reliance on fossil fuels has come at a high environmental and economic cost. The country is one of the highest per capita emitters of greenhouse gases in the world, and its energy sector is responsible for about a third of its total emissions. Fossil fuels are also subject to volatile prices and supply disruptions, which can affect the affordability and reliability of electricity for consumers and businesses. In recent years, Australia has witnessed a rapid growth of renewable energy sources, such as wind, solar, hydro, and biomass, driven by technological innovation, cost reductions, and policy support. Renewable energy sources accounted for 8% of Australia's primary energy consumption and 29% of its electricity generation in 2020 to 21, with solar and wind being the primary drivers. The share of renewables in electricity generation was the highest on record, surpassing the previous peak of 26% in the mid-1960s. The Australian Academy of Technological Sciences and Engineering (ATSE) projects that renewable energy will continue to expand in the coming years, reaching 50% of electricity generation by 2025 and 69% by 2030. The Academy also suggests that Australia's electricity networks will be capable of running on 100% green energy for periods at a time by the middle of the decade. However, transitioning to a renewable energy system is not without challenges. Australia faces several technical, economic, and social barriers that need to be overcome to ensure a smooth and sustainable energy transition. Some of these challenges include integrating variable and distributed renewable energy sources into the grid, which requires adequate transmission infrastructure, storage capacity, demand management, and system security services. Balancing the supply and demand of electricity across different regions and time zones, which may require interconnectors, market mechanisms, and coordination among states and territories. Phasing out coal-fired power plants, which currently provide baseload power and grid stability, without compromising affordability and reliability for consumers and industries. Managing the social and economic impacts of the energy transition on workers, communities, and regions that depend on fossil fuel industries, such as providing retraining, reskilling, and redeployment opportunities. Engaging with stakeholders and consumers to build trust, awareness, and acceptance of renewable energy technologies and policies. Expanding the use of renewable electricity beyond the power sector to other sectors that rely on fossil fuels, such as transport, heating, and industry. Australia has a unique opportunity to leverage its abundant renewable resources, technological expertise, and innovative potential to transform its energy sector into a clean, reliable, and competitive one. However, this requires a clear vision, strong leadership, and coordinated action from all levels of government, industry, and society.